Hey folks, it's Maxie here and welcome to a brand new TEW2020 video. Today we have our free-for-all series, David versus Goliath, where we look to just smash all the attendance records, which I'm assuming we've already done in that all-women's show, because that was free as well. Big main event, as the name suggests, David versus Goliath. Jungleboy defends the AEW World Championship against Walter. Because it's not seen as like a major pay-per-view, there's a lot of like kind of storyline stuff here, but that's going to put us in a good place for the pay-per-view at the end of the month, which our next video will be, which is Revolution. So it's the day after the night before, aka last week's video for the Impact event. So hopefully we can continue on with this good trajectory of good events. So without further ado, crack on, let's do it, chill. This is AEW Free For All series, David versus Goliath. So it's a 20 segment show and we are right in at the Michigan Stadium on AEW Plus, and of course on pay-per-view, of course they'll just buy Plus so they don't have to pay the pay-per-view fees. But we start off with a 10-person tag, and I thought we'll have the Super Elite that's not in matches, so that's Hangman Adam Cole, Nick Jackson and Kevin Steen. And for the purpose of this match they'll recruit Jamie Hayter, a very, very popular women's athlete, and of course our Shine Champion. They take on the team of Keith Lee, Swerve Strickland, Himuro Takahashi, Andrade El Idolo, and Elena Black. And it was a superb matchup, and it saw the heels pick up the win here, the Super Elite and Jamie Hayter. They win in 20-36 as Adam Cole pins Keith Lee with a flying crossbody, but this is due to a turn by Swerve Strickland on Keith Lee. They're not tag partners in this, but I want to try a heel Swerve, so Swerve makes the turn here. We'll explain his actions very, very shortly. But a lot of good performances in there. Jamie Hayter with the 73, quite close to what they had with the men there, and you can see as well Elena Black 72, not too far off a Swerve. So a lot of good performances in there, but it was really to get a really good opener and some bigger names on the card. It was a last minute decision. I probably will need to change his gimmick at one point, but maybe we'll make him one of those ones that's kind of just like, you know, I'm meant to be a fan favourite, but I'm not, but we'll progress that over time. It was a wee bit last minute booking by myself. Next up, we'd about that had some good heat and decent wrestling as Wardlow defeated Wyndham in 12-21 with the Splash Mountain Powerbomb. Let's face facts, I've pretty underutilised both men here, and I felt like it was time to at least invest a bit in Wardlow. A 78, we can see there Wyndham with 65 and off his game, so good win for Wardlow. Even though he's the babyface though, he decimates Wyndham and he eventually puts him through a table too, which was honestly a very good 86 rated segment. Now the true reason for this is Wyndham has 8 days left in his contract. I'm just going to let it expire, so I felt like here's a chance for me to write him off pay-per-view basically and give one of our stars the rub from that. So Wardlow gets the rub from it, and yeah, bye-bye Wyndham. It was a nice experiment, but it doesn't really fit what we try to build here. We then had a cheeky segment to get 100 rating, and that was just basically the Super Elite celebrating their victory earlier on this evening, and then at the same time wishing Jay White and Kenny Omega the best of luck in their match tonight. They are actually going to be in opposing corners, but have a kind of mutual kind of, you know, we'll just make sure the belt comes to the Super Elite, as they are going to be in a 4-way match for the IWGP United States Championship, which is going to see Darby Allin defend it against Jay White, Kenny Omega, and Ricky Starks. So that's my 100. Hopefully, Jungleboy and Walter can deliver as well. Then I had a matchup for the TBS Championship, and it was about that had some superb wrestling and good heat as Bayley Rose defeated Takuma Iroha in 17:32 by using a foreign object. She makes the first defence of the TBS Championship. Just to keep it in a storyline, we'll make it the same object she used to attack Kairi Hojo with after she defeated her for the TBS Championship. She then used that weapon to kind of beat her down. And an 84, great performances from both ladies here. Could probably argue a case for it being a main event scene, but it is a very packed women's main event scene. And then after the matchup, Bayley is celebrating and Kairi tries to get some retribution and she beats down Bayley, chasing her, running to the back. So 82 here. I think the plan is at Revolution, probably have a multi-women matchup to give these two an opportunity Maybe throw the likes of Takuma in there, maybe even Io Shirai as well. We'll see, but just getting some proper heat between these two going forward. Then had a little promo. They're not in the arena because recently FTR had beat up Tyler Black, and Moxley says he knows that Black isn't 100%. You know, he could have came himself there and fought FTR, but he sees a date. He sees 3 weeks time. He sees Revolution AEW Tag Team Championships on the line. We'll find some sort of stipulation, but we are going to beat the living daylight out of FTR. So you enjoy your little flippy match up with Top Flight. You know what they're like. But remember, when we come here, you always say no flips, just fists. When us two fight, it will just be fists completely. So an 83 there, and yeah, pretty solid stuff by Mox and Black. And that matchup was next. It was for the AEW Tag Titles, as we said. Good matchup. FTR defeat Top Flight in 13:53. Cash Wheeler picking up that one over Dante Martin with a big rig. 5th defence of the belt. Really just to give Top Flight a very good spotlight here. And a 77 is yeah, pretty acceptable. Pretty happy with that. Then had a nice little 6-man tag. Kensuke Takeshita has enlisted the help of Carnage wrestlers, the Evolve champion Shota Umino and Wheeler Yuta, to take on the trio of Bryan Danielson, his protege Daniel Garcia, and his near namesake Daniel Bryant, who we've given that face to. So in this matchup, it was a good 6-man. Obviously, Takeshita winning the TNT Championship from Daniel Garcia, and him, Umino and Yuta defeat the 3 Daniels and Bryans in 14:02 when Umino pinned Daniel Bryant. He's a weak link because obviously he's still a young and up-and-comer, but an 82 overall, and yeah, pretty happy with that. We obviously can only use Bryan on pay-per-view, so a rare opportunity to use him here. But he's really helped in this feud, and he's obviously helping Garcia develop his skills. Next up, it was this little kind of promo here. I'm going to explain it because there's a lot. So as we know, Veronica's a new generated wrestler who has high everything in terms of visuals, in terms of the sex appeal, in terms of the charisma and microphone skills, and it's the technicals that are going to require a lot of work. But she's one that I feel they're all at like 20, and if they all can develop at the same rate, they could really turn her into a staggeringly good worker. So hence we've got her with Dwayne, and Dwayne has said, well, Veronica, we've got your tag team partner here. Welcome to AEW, Simone. So obviously The Rock's going to help Veronica and Simone get very far over in their ventures. They're cut off, of all people, by MJF, and he just says, Dwayne, cool, respect it, respect Veronica, welcome Simone and all that. But I'm just here because MJF needs some time to get a little bit of stuff off his chest. Now, I've been injured for a little while. I'm not going to be back for a month or so. I'd love to say I'd be at Revolution to take part. I won't be cleared in time, but rest assured, every single guy in the back, I'm going to be coming for now, and I'm going to make sure that I'm getting as much money as I can get, every championship I can get, and by double or nothing, I'll be the man around here again. So this is just a notice to every single person, I'm coming. So 80 promo, I felt like it would be good to help all the ladies there, get a bit over this with MGF in there and kind of cover 2 segments, but that's the that's the kind of work in progress. Simone will be elevated by that, but happy with it. Only an 80 though, but as I say, we've got that 100 segment covered anyway. This one was up a long time ago. Can CM Punk still handle with the best of AEW? And Miro's done pretty much nothing. With about this fantastic heat and decent wrestling, Miro makes CM Punk pass out in 9:31. Punk wasn't going to put him over until he saw the glaring knuckles of the Bulgarian, and CM Punk went, oh well, I'm not very good at this MMA caper, so I'll just let you win. I'll let you go over. So at 76 there, Miro picks up the win, and yeah, unlucky Phil. And after it, he cuts a promo just saying, maybe I'm not quite as good as I used to think I am. I'm determined not to leave here on my back. I'll keep proving I'm the best in the world. 84. We are writing him off, but the story continues. Next up, we had the Queen of AEW Championship, formerly the Queen of FCW belt. From the Carnage brand, decent matchup. Priscilla Kelly defeats Chelsea Green in 14-19 with the Tilt-A-Whirl Dragon Sleeper. And it's a 6 defence for Priscilla. 67 overall, 70 plays a 52. We're at that stage where we're kind of building up prestige of the belt a little bit, so Priscilla's going to be defending that belt pretty damn constantly, just like Yuka Sakazaki was beforehand. And then we have some words from Swerve Strickland from earlier on tonight, and he just says, everybody's probably wondering why I turned on Keith Lee. Well, we all know I had that issue with Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston had a lot of things he didn't like about me. Eddie Kingston was right. I'm not a nice guy. You know what I mean? He might not like the way I do things. That's cool. I don't care. I'll do what I want. I'm going to make sure I do something I've not done in a while. And that's win some championship gold around here. Because whose house is it? It's Swerve's house. 74. Oh well, this match bang. It was the Fatal 4-Way match for the IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship. And it was a superb wrestling match with great heat, as Kenny Omega defeated Darby Allin, Ricky Starks and Jay White in 25-56 when Kenny pinned Darby with a one-winged angel. Kenny Omega is your new IWGP United States Heavyweight Champion. 93, Darby with 93, Kenny with 93, Jay with 91. This is Darby off his game, and Ricky Starks only with 72. So I think the Ricky experiment might not pay off, but you'll probably have to settle for an upper mid-card role because of the pop cap. But I felt like it was a good run with the US Championship for Darby, but put it on Kenny means I can just have banger after banger after banger with that championship belt. Especially if Jungleboy was going to be holding the championship, then we'd need somebody that could still put bangers and make sure we wouldn't lose pop. Kenny celebrates after the matchup, and that gets an 82. Performance of Kenny Omega was fantastic. We then have some words from Logan Paul on his upcoming match with Cody Rhodes. It's a triple threat trios match. It's going to be Logan Paul, Matty Wahlberg, and then Enforcer Hook against Will Ospreay on Aussie Open, Cody Rhodes, Ricochet, and Bailey Matthews. So some words from Logan Paul. Gets an 80 promo as he just berates Cody Rhodes. And the match itself was a 79, as it was Ospreay and Aussie Open out first, and then the pinfall on Bailey Matthews by Logan Paul gives them the victory in 17:45. So 79 overall, a mixture of performances. Ospreay bangs in a 96, Cody an 87, Ricochet an 89, and even Logan Paul in there with a 75, so not too bad considering his limited skill set in game. Next up we had the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championships on the line. Obviously champion and challenger Mercedes Varnado losing that belt to Iwatani, and they were challenging former champs Britt Baker and Anna Jay. Now, it was a superb matchup here as Britt and Anna defeated Mercedes and Mayu, so that championship reign was very quick, in 22:04 when Britt submitted Mayu, because we had Mercedes, like Swerve earlier on, turning at Iwatani, and that allowed Britt and Anna Jay to win the World Tag Team Championships. I needed to go heel with Mercedes. We needed to go face Mayu, heel Mercedes, Revolution. It just makes sense. That is going to be the big match. A wee bit of a pop hit probably to Iwatani here, but that can only benefit Britt and Anna Jay. So 82 overall, new champs, and she has a complete success turn. And our main event is being booked completely wrong. My bad. Jungle Boy was going to retain, but anyway, this is not ideal. I've not done this well. And about the had superb wrestling, great heat. Walter defeats Jack Perry in 24:02 with the lariat, meaning that Walter is the AEW World Champion. Well, that's a mistake. I've actually done this 2 shows in a row. Undisputed weren't meant to beat Legion last time, and this time Walter's in its World Championship, so it's not necessarily the worst in terms of plans need to change. It's a big mistake by myself, but I think Jack's pop cap was going to screw this anyway. It was the last day of a promise, so I think Jack had taken every bit of overness he was going to get from Walter and wasn't really going to elevate it anymore. So I can say it was a nice experiment to put it on Jack Perry, but I really, if I want to get these 180 matches, need to keep it on Walter. So maybe not the worst mistake to make, but 83 considering 88 and 85 performance is a bit worrying. There'll be a few negatives there. Inconsistency. Could be a lot of things maybe just didn't work out. So there we go. Who's made the mistake with the world champion? Me. But I think there's a lot there we can look forward to then. As I say, Walter's going to have another good title run. We'll see who we can get him in contention with at Revolution, because I think him and Jungle Boy have had their 3 matches. But I think we are going to go main event. Mayu Iwatani and Mercedes will probably main event Revolution. But we can have some kick-ass matches with Kenny. And yeah, I just need to start building up some more challengers, because really, Moxley and Black are not really contending. Maybe we'll get some new people up to face Walter and see what we can do with Jack on Rampage as well. But as I say, there you go. Always watch what you're booking, because that was a big mistake. But it happens, it's cool. Maybe it could have been an audible and there was nothing I could have done about it, so there's that as well. But anyway, cheers for watching, hope you enjoyed it. Next video will be Revolution next week, so hope you enjoy the rest of your time. Check out the Grey Dog Software forums, the Fantasy Bookers subreddit, and if you're nice enough, leave a wee like. Might help the algorithm. But anyway, cheers for watching, take it easy, see you soon, bye bye.